Hello. Hi, Rin. Hi, Buggles. Hi, Grim. Hi, Josh. How you all doing? It's so good to see you. We're a little late today because errands ran a little late, but not too late, which is good. Good news. I actually kind of slept, so I'm actually kind of awake. Weird shit, I know. But yes, last stream of the week. We don't have another stream till Sunday because Friday, for those on the Monarch tier and above on Ko-fi, which is $6 minimum, we will be watching a movie in Discord on Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Fern Gully with the wonderful talents of Tim Curry and Robin Williams. A little trip down memory lane for me because I haven't seen it in years. Great movie. Texas baddie? Fuck yes. But yeah, so today we're back into Tavern Talk. Sunday we'll be back on The Witcher, and Friday we have a movie. We also have a new goal up there for those wanting to pitch in. It is my kid's birthday in 3 weeks. And I have had to just spend a little over $100 on brand new clothes for them because their clothes are once again too small for them. So for those who want to pitch in, I'm thinking of getting them a handful of things off their Steam wish list for their birthday. They are 18 this year. I can't believe it's been 18 fucking years. But again, there is no obligation, but the bar is there for those wanting. Otherwise, we're here for some chill, possible thirsting, but also just with our favorite characters from the tavern. Let's get into it. Ren's here for emo. I'm here for Carolyn. Alright, where were we up to? Act 2, Starlight Sonata. It's Gussie. 16th of the 7th. Yep. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Part 8, New Horizons. 4th of the Astral Moon. Speaking of moons, it's a good moon to do shadow work with for those that are witchily inclined. I mentioned witchcraft, and we get a pointy hat. Good mythical morning. Well past noon. So yes, morning. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Buddy, just say it's wibbly wobbly. Oh no, Graham! I knew you would, Rin. I hope it's nothing serious, Grim. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Theopractically it is. Buddy, that's not a word. Theopractically? Practically in theory, duh. That makes sense, I get it. You do? No, actually. That's to be expected. No offense, but you clearly aren't a wizard. And who are you to judge that? Oh, you know, just a reputable wizard myself. Of course, I also have a magnificent wizard name, but you can call me Hex. No need to overcomplicate things. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you too. Just innkeeper for now. Alright, well then, innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me to understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. Oh no, Grim, you let us know if you need help. Alright. He wants the brainy wainies. Did I put Grim's... No, I didn't. Hang on a sec. 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 Oh, fucking which one is... Where is it? There we go. Boom. 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 What is community for, Grim? Alrighty. He wants the brainy wainies. Brainy McWainies. He said something about breeze, didn't he? Alright, sunny breeze for Mr. Brainy Wainy, I guess. Unless... that has more brain. Get loved. What did he say? Hexagon Hex. Kin, half-elf, age 48. Buddy, you look like a child. What is your secret? Pronouns he, him, other than being a half-elf. Class, wizard. Background, zenith. Alignment, chaotic neutral. Arcana, the tower. Oh, hey, it's Steph. How's Zoe today? Any flavor, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex. Okay. Focus and understand. So I guess he wants the nebula, even though he said something breezy. Focus and reflexes. We're doing this one. Let's have a look-see. General chaos. Leaving this here because Grim's kitty needs some vet care. Oh, big stretch from Zoe. Alrighty. So we need a bunch of this. And then lots of this. Is it? It did not ding. Why did you not ding? Can I not put more in? It's good. See? Alright, so I definitely need to put some kind of... Yeah, Andu. What do I need to put in? That might do it. That definitely... What does it look like again? So we need a little bit of that. Okay. It's a hard life being a cat. Yes, indeedy. Maybe the Fey crystal then? Or the golden feather? Let's go with the Fey crystal. Let's see. And then we need one of that to make it. And then 3 of this. There we go. Oh, what? It's not the one he wanted? Oh, man. Well, I got an achievement for giving the wrong drink, I guess. Here you go. I wanted to gain brain cells, not lose them, Innkeeper. Can't enhance what's not there. That's a low blow. Though I must say, it doesn't hurt me. I'm like probably one of the 2 smartest people in Asteria. And what brings your endless wisdom to my tavern? Bandy Wendy. Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria? And who would that be? Doesn't matter. You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know. No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. So the ADHD brother to the autism sister? Well, isn't this a dapper fellow? Look at how tall that hat is. Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad, and to you, Innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Oh no, look, Phoenix! Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It's definitely the mustache talking. A mustache like that? It was a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. his mustache right off. That's brutally long. So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And alas, didn't care. So a necromancer. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course, undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go on my own way. Do we have another page now? Yes, we do. Look at that. Scully the Skeleton. Age unknown. Pronouns he, him. Class archivist. Background Everbloom Archives. Alignment chaotic neutral. Arcana the Magician. Scully is a mitre and the personification of a gentleman. And he's, well, dead. Or at least he was dead for quite some time before he rose again. But contrary to his fellow undead, he returned conscious. Oh, hang on a sec. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A little bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood. Though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on the Zoford gossip? Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zoford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day they disappear like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse? Fishing for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? Zoford's docks are a popular viewpoint for animals interested in nighttime vista. Surely only a sea witch can be responsible for this. Oh, there's Zoford. Zoford. Do these... Why do these match? But those two mention Zoford and don't match. Of course you want to see the sea witch. A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop. If you say so. What would you like? So how do you... How? You don't have a mouth to drink with. And you don't have a stomach for it go to... Sir? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Well, at least you said it didn't exist. So we know it's the mustache now. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. So it's definitely the mustache. Charm and appeal. Charm and appeal. So what if we give him a sunny breeze as well? Spoken heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Newfound sincerity, confidence, many half-fair words. Charismatic boost. Or maybe the spoken heart? Oh no! Oh no! Have you eaten today, Ren? Post-tattoo food is very important. Hey, hold on a sec. Why is this paused and why can I not unpause it? Huh. Oh, nope. Broken Heart, Sunny Breeze. Synapses and great ideas and good stories. Charm focuses on reflexes. Charismatic. I don't know. KFC chippies. Did you get gravy? How am I going to make this? It needs a lot from... Do I need another... Growlithe! 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 Baby Growlithe! Alright. We need charm and appeal. And we need it to... Good lord, my brain is not braining. Let's try Phoenix Chili, see if that helps. Right. And then a bunch of this. There it is. Easy peas. it's very much bouncing between us both. A real charmer just for you. Jolly, I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh? Now that I would never... Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. I can do the words. Apparently. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying. Archivist things, you know? A reminder, I can also add custom catches into the game. If you want something that if there's something you want to catch, I can add it to the game. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. I didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Serotonin! Isn't there a drag queen named Serotonin? Agreed, it's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes, if I could enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you see me, no you didn't. Thanks, bye! Uh-oh. I don't like the idea of he's presuming... He's not presuming. What the fuck is the Kit Brangabur. Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Hex is a very impulsive wizard who loves chaos and everything unreasonable. He's one of the two smartest people in all of Asteria, with the other being his sister, who seems to be his complete opposite. Thanks to him, I also learned a new word, theopractically. It means practically in theory. Hello, welcome in. Were you working on more fursuits today? Rin, if you're there, can you give Scylla a shout out for me? Of course. Fable! Hey, Unkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently a bunch had lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. I'm doing alright. Slept alright last night, so we have a bit of energy today. Brain's working on a single brain cell, as per usual. And we're just chilling. I hope you're well. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. Ooh. Is it big bushy tail? I didn't manage to catch your stream today. Feel free to tell us about your fursuit. Where am I? There. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Don't worry, Fable. It's the mustache, not the skeleton. Oh, furry dragon! Oh, no offense. I just thought, usually... None taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Usually, but hardly anything is usual these days. I mean, the stars fell from the sky. Skeletons might as well speak. There are stranger things in this world. There surely are. Like your drinks, Innkeep. That one really gurgled in my bones. So you already tried one? Indeed. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, Innkeeper? Orin, please! Not a skeleton! I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds or they'll give up immediately. Of course, coming right up. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to look at the eyebrows. Alright, something that enhances her finesse. Finesse, finesse, finesse. So, a swift strike. Fable. The character that gets the same drink over and over. There's always one. Swift strikey. Let's go. And then we need a little bit of you. And a little bit of you. Budding. Course and autistic. I hope this tastes refined enough. perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're a regular. Of course I do. After all, you're my favourite regular. I am? Yes. And you're my favourite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out, I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal life, the better. By the way, Rin, I burned one of those incense sticks yesterday. I'm still smelling it. They're so good! Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure, I could use some help carrying a few things over to Garen. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid. Sounds like quite a useful endeavour. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. Do you accept donations for ingredients? Honeyflower. Honeyflower used to be rare before adventurers introduced it to local farms. Now commonplace, everyone can be inspired by their sweetness. Inspiration grants you the ability to extraordinarily motivate other people or persuade them to tell the truth. Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful! In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favourite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? What did we just get? Was it first snow? Like the sun reflecting off a frozen lake, the first snow makes you feel comfortable and safe, embracing you with its frosty taste. In between hot chocolate and frozen glaciers, you'll find yourself well equipped to hike into the snowy mountains. Of course, where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't, I'm just joking around. Was that a wink? Did he just wink? I hope... I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You're still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. Highlight of my day. That is a beautiful compliment. Oh, he's back. That I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. Yeah, would I even get excited about a rusty nail? Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. I do need some rusty nails. That's a reminder. Note to self. Where's my notebook? Notebook. Rusty nails. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins a lot of hard work. For me, very strong spell component. Does it now? Yep, makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Ree, nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear innkeeper, has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with the tip of his hat. Ye find everyone polite, even ye slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. Oh, you noticed that, did you, Kyle? You noticed the wall clock from your old castle. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, innkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic, I've always loved writing letters. I would love to read the letter, but the game won't let me. Innkeep, you got a drink for me? Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. Alright, what do we got? First snow would work. Frosted Lagoon is what I usually give her. We'll stick to the Frosted Lagoon, I think. There we go. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And a ding. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Well, thank you. I give it my best. Can taste that. I feel sturdy already. I've had me doubts about you, innkeep, but I must say, you know your job. So, how has the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Ree and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it full of daily life. There were so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invisibility? Absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Barovia now? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal. I help you get your cape. So you can attend that fancy Barovian vampire banquet and I get me gold's worth. Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Oh, Kyle. Kyle. Didn't I mention that? Oh, she's gonna murder him. No? What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer though? Fine. Wonderful! Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back and I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Ah, wonderful. Peak's Sunrise. The Peak's Sunrise is a sweet drink that feels like standing on a tall mountain's peak. While this drink focuses on intelligence, adventurers may feel infused with confidence and agility it takes to climb their favorite mountain range. Unsurprisingly popular with climbers and boulderers. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in sunlight as well. Do you know how she is doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Oh my God. I feel my headache coming back. Kyle, please. Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you've stolen your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if me ex-husband stole me hammer? What? Take it and smash all the old's dear. No one takes what's mine. But the cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh, maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask. Oh, my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't to this day. Kyle, please, stop being a doormat. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all. Maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her ever more looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Oh boy, and Kyle's bio gets longer. The curse of being a vampire is outliving pretty much anyone you'll ever meet, so it's not surprising that Kyle seems to fight with abandonment issues. He has seen a few people die of old age after all. Nonetheless, he is still very attentive to others, perhaps to cherish the time he has left with them. Of course. Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. So you don't want the sun thing that I just unlocked. You want something strong. Okay, let's go. Southern Brawler. We need a bunch of this. And then a bit of this. And a bit of this. Ba-ding. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does, thank you, dear innkeeper. Why don't you tell the innkeep more about your day, huh? Right, I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital. Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots! Roots? Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. Serby, honey, how you doing? I didn't see you were streaming. Were you playing more Alien Isolation? And Serby, honey, if it's been a long stream, you best be running off and taking care of post-care shit. And welcome in Serby's chatters. My brain's brain's go brr. Hi, welcome in. No, it was an hour stream. What? Was it an hour? Oh, there's Harley. You should be sleeping, little girlie. It is very, very late for you. Y'all should be sleeping. I just don't have caffeine. Alright, well, welcome on in Serby's stream. For those that don't know me, my name is Kit. My pronouns are they, he. I am a queer disabled carer for a queer disabled teenager in Mianjin, Australia. It's not that late. It's what, like 1:30 a.m.? Not that late. Not that late. Here we are, your comfy, cozy gremlin chaos. With a little bit of thirst, a little bit of shitty gameplay, and a lot of comfort. Grab a blanket, grab a cuppa, get cozy, and feel free to lurk. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. Harley, what time do you have work? For once, I gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myth? Myths. I've told you. Rumour has it these are the roots of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed. The capital is wrapped in roots protected by the divine. According to a myth as ancient as time, these are the roots of the Aether Tree. Alright, I'll give that to you, Halls. I hope you're doing okay. What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone. Oh, I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh? We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well, she seems eager and determined, a detective spirit. Believe the lass made her way to Dulwell. She seems to be onto something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Ree, can we go to town and check on the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Very well then, but you won't munch on the shopkeep, will ya? Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation. Alright, let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. And on that note, we are due for an ad break in a few minutes. So I'm going to throw us on a quick BRB, run those ads, run to the toilet, and be right back in 5 minutes. Please take this BRB break to do the same if you need to. Run to the toilet, grab some water, grab something to eat if you haven't eaten, take your meds, stretch, and I will see you in 5 minutes. Hello. Hello. Oh boy. Hello? Hello, pretty lady and cute puppy. With, is that a fish-like tail? Is this the... Hello. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh? Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Oh, Rin. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. I'm sorry, what? Casket and I'm so gay. Do cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So, what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more... moist? Not the word I'd have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my tastes. Oh, please. Hang on a sec. I need to. And save for posterity. Dumb shit we say. Oh, that is priceless, Rin. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. I want to pet the puppy. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with travelling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda stairs is a marvellous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. Oh god, cobblestones in a wheelchair are horrendous. But believe it or not, I don't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. I'm sorry, she's a librarian? Ma'am? Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No, my manuscript, darling. Can I marry her? I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. We definitely have ADHD. Oh, we're so old that the brain cells are just a little too dormant. And apparently one of our best friends is a gorgeous librarian and writer with a very gorgeous service dog. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey. I'll do my best. Alrighty. Absolutely not getting this drink wrong. To refresh her mind, she says. Sparkling nebula for the pretty lady in blue. Alright, we need... that. And then that. It's literally half a non-binary flag. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Oh, it is! See, I thought... Okay, so... yeah, you can see my mouse. The dog under her arm looked like a tail to me. I know that we were given two names, but it still looked like a fish's tail to me, instead of ears and a nose. Ah, I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quick. Then a good heel, yes. Such good puppers. I just want to pet them and love them and squish their little cheeky weekies and boop their little nosy wosies. But they are working hard. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be. Ma'am! I cannot fall in love with you more! Please! So how do you feel about maybe adding another furry friend and we do a little cuddle puddle and certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait, I must have put it over there actually. Alright, given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your wary face again, innkeeper. Oh, so much reading. Homework time. Likewise, Minthy. Have a safe and pearlful journey. I'll try. I am so fucking gay. 7 days should be enough time to read a manuscript, right? Alrighty. So apparently we have enough for... I don't know what goes with what. Zophid? Zophid? Zophid! No? They all say Zophid. There we go. Zophid. I don't know how that all goes together, but it... There we go. A scandal in Zophid. The lively port city of Zophid is known not only for its docks, but also its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing, and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city, there must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch, who cursed Zophid's docks? Act 2, Part 9, Crossing the Threshold. I had to remember my Roman numerals there for a moment. 5th of the astral moon. Fable! Good morning, innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. I mean, is there going to be any other drink than a Swift Strike? And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Ba-ding. Thank you, I feel much better already. Long night? Very. Turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before, I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try, a bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though. That's fair. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. Game? Game? I appreciate if you would not call me out like this. Rin, you shut your mouth. That's what I have drinks for. My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. Game, please! Quieter! I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I am pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Okay, thank you. Oh my god, what the fuck? You're either a really nice guy or a douchebag. There's no in between. Good day to you, innkeeper. Good day to you too, adventurer. Yes, an adventurer, that is what I am indeed. Okay, you're a nerd. Pets on Pompous. Oh, hold on. Laughed so hard I choked on spit. Okay. I come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes? Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try it out. Oh, he's trying too hard. Out of his depth, abso-fucking-lutely. Fucking nerd. Trying way too fucking hard, buddy. Calm your fucking farm. Let's give you a frosted lagoon. First to die during the mission. Oh god, I hope he doesn't take the one I just gave. And a bit of this. Budding. Liquid protection against your foes. Now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly. Do you like it? Well, yes, of course. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say your words out loud. I get that. Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself? How incredibly rude of me to forget. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richard II and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. An up-and-coming hero from Windmore. And who might you be? The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. You're Fable? Yes? Is that a bad thing? The Fable that saved Tagarin from werewolves? The very same. Wow, what an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. up-and-coming coffin stuffer! I've heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope. Of course! They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunited a family. That's one way to put it for sure. They do have a way with words. Incredible! A true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the starfall as well. I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can. You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable. What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm, currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie's just fine. You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Gustav Archibald Richmond III. Kin, human, age 24. Pronouns he, him. Class, swashbuckler. Background, Winmore. Alignment, neutral good. Arcana, the hermit. Archie is the noble son of an influential family from Winmore. He's quite out of touch with reality, growing up around books instead of everyday people. He wants to experience the adventurous life he always read about, especially after hearing tales of Fable, the folk hero. Class sacrificial! Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. Perhaps as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time. Really? That's spectacular! I always thought those things were myths or legends you only read about in books. Do you read a lot? Sometimes, not that much. You should. You sound like someone who enjoys adventures, and books are so full of them. They are. I'm just too cool for books. Oh my god, stop. Dude. Stop. Books are cool. You think so? Yes, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's Journal. Super cool. The coolest. He's trying so hard to be tough. Like, my dude, come on. Oh, well, actually, maybe I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it. Don't worry, we're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like? Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. How fitting that a Taurus appears, like a bull in a china shop, this guy. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies... Hang on. Let me get my mouth around the words. Around the words, Rin, not around anything else. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the Dirya negotiations, or even become a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a saviour of this world, don't you think? The Dirya negotiations? I'm unfamiliar. It's all terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of a canal bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceroses. That's a theme. Just do not get the sequel to Dracula. It was terrible. Hell, I think I still have it laying around. I can send it to you and you can Have it for free. It's not going all that well because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland or Dyria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. Then perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. The pretty red copy, yep. I have a pretty illustrated copy, hardback illustrated copy of Dracula. I do not have a leather copy. A crash of spinal rhinos collapsed a canal bridge connecting Dyria to the mainland, spawning the worst thing of all, budget discussions. So it looks like... What the hell? I don't know what goes with... I don't know what goes with what. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey? By doing something heroic, of course. Don't you dare take that quest. Don't you dare take that fucking quest, child. What's something heroic I could do? Have you thought about maybe helping the citizens of your own fucking town? You know, because you're rich and shit, you could pay for shit. You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak. Great idea! How much gold should I give them? Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand, you know, physically, with your literal hands. Ah, okay. So, I would go to the farmers and ask what they need to help with. Of course, that sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Please. Please, oh God. Breathe, kid. Look, he has potential. He just needs to drop the shell. He's trying too hard. He's inspired by Fable, but he thinks it's all grandiose. He needs to learn to get his hands a little dirty, and not everything needs to be a big show. And maybe throw a little money at people. Till my next question, Keeper. Till then. I appreciate you, Rin. Oh, I need to drink a little water after that. That was adorable. Weird. Not because of him, he heard about me being a hero? That doesn't sound right. But you are a hero. Not really. I didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone anyway. Oh, Fable, honey. Redistributing his giblets. There are much greater heroes than me out there. He wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you. That's nice. You don't sound very happy about it. I am. It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve his praise. I'm just some elf. Yes, make fertilizer of the rich. Fertilizer and stew. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about knowing Fable, the great hero of the Ashen Grove and saviour of Tregorin. All right, I get it. Thank you, Innkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments. Good. Ren. Are they going to do the quest together? Is she going to crack his hardened shell? Our ever-changing emo boy with the ever-changing name. Hello, Innkeeper. Hello, Fable. Hello, Melly. And hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mel? Can I offer you two a drink? Actually, you can offer us a quest. Are you talking about the one you just picked up by any chance? Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match wits here. So you're interested in saving those poor familiars? I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end? This sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant. They do sound like a great team. Husband, we met our wife. They're not a team. But they are going on a quest together. They are not. Then why are you here? She didn't want to come here alone. Said she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway. So you're sending Melly on a quest alone? As is customary, that's how the Shadowbanes have always handled it. We had this discussion last time, buddy. Just because it always has been doesn't mean it always needs to be. Unless we're talking about native land, then always was, always will be. Melly isn't part of the Shadowbanes, it is an honoured tradition. But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. So she must embrace their lifestyle. I don't think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous and negligent. I agree. You're not coming with me? No. Why not? I just explained that. Badly. But you have to come with me. Why? It's clearly a job for two people. There's no job that can't be done alone. And there's no job that isn't made easier with more people. Except maybe cooking. There's definitely too many cooks. What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence? Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training? But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me? I don't know, Melina. And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex? Who cares? I do! T-Rex threat is much lower in Zoford. I think you should go with that. If the monsters finally catch up to me, that's how it's meant to end. I think you should run away from the monsters, not towards them. That would depend on your choice of lifestyle. Well, your lifestyle should include going to Zoford with me. She's not going to give up, buddy. No matter how much you want death. You emo brat. Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations, things to do. You thief! You don't have fixed working hours, and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you. Maybe not, but I do have a sheepfish to take care of. I'm sorry, what? You have a sheepfish? I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool will get strawy. Oh, well, you're right. You can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely. Yeah. I could take care of Rufus. What? Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals, and pretty decent at crossword puzzles. That sounds like an excellent idea. What if Rufus doesn't like you? He will, certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing? Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mel and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead. Right, Mel? Fine. But just this once. See it as a final exam for your training. Yay! That sounds fun! Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest? Don't know. What do you think, Detective? Well, it's great that you would ask, mighty assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay, Mighty Mel, then. No. How about John? Definitely. No, not John! Not John! Not John! No! Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I have studied the quest given to us closely. And I have come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars, they'll all have different conflicting information and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we'll need to activate our stealth powers, find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some of your golden feathers. They do come with the sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to make it to Zopa much quicker. Great idea! I think you underestimate the severity of the situation. What would you suggest instead? No, I can't say that name. Jaya, honey, how you doing today? I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first, ask questions later. No. I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach. Different problems require different solutions. If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared. Ooh, what movie, Jaya? Does Andrew have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though. I'd love to try Andrew's marshmallows. I'll see if I can set something up when you return. Thank you! I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us. That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing. I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with? Haste for a quick arrival and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance? Let me think about it. Oh, fuck yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. I know Josh is seeing that on Tuesday. Hey, hang on, wait, Tuesday? Today! Today's Tuesday! Fucking hell. Well, you can see where my brain cell is. Absolutely non-existence right now. So two of my friends are seeing Deadpool tonight. In fact, Josh should be in Sydney now. All right, we need drinky poos. We're not going with fighting, we're going with the haste. We are absolutely going with haste. All right, what did we say does golden feather? Okay. Feather, 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 feather. And then yeah, Josh won tickets and didn't realize they were in another city to the premiere. So Disney has paid for his flights and his accommodation and transport all there. He will be seeing it with dolphin pants. All right, so next we need a drink that has in the city it's showing. Yeah, he had to rush to Sydney. He had a meeting and then he had to go straight to the airport. So I'm glad to hear he made it there safely in time. None of these really give much. We went 3 and 1. What if I just go... One, two... Wait, that's the wrong one. Shit. Andrew, drink up. That one. And then one of this. That doesn't make any kind of drink. Because you didn't ding-a-ding-ding a sign for the drink. Have fun, JR. I hope it's good. No, you stay there. I need the whole cup. Alright, so we got the haste. What drink are we making? Charisma and smooth talking. Charisma, charisma, charisma. Embracing you with the frost air, but swept 1,000 winds. You've got charming and elusive. 1,000 win? Maybe? Let's try it. Oh, that was a bit much. And then a bit of this. Oh, maybe that's a bit much because we already had enough? Okay, yeah, it is. And then a bit of this. Why did you not... Ding ding. You didn't... Ah, I'm sucking at this today. There we go. There we go. Okay. Fingers crossed it's the right drink. I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Huh, you're spot on! I've lost track of how many names this guy has had now. Yes, this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, Detective? Yeah! With your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. I should go with them to pick up that sheepfish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Have fun, Fable. Pretty elf lady! The one that reminds me of Rin! Innkeeper? Chrissy, glad to see you all right. Likewise, good to see you at the tavern. And the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check on the cottage and the birds and Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all. Which is why I choose to make it my home. That and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least. Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot, actually. Almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks. Is this the... Either that or the... Don't they also throw it in the Melbourne one? I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the Lonely Lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. Well, it's not the Yarra, because there's no body. Ren, there are bodies in the Brisbane too. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend, after all, even scary creatures. Gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone is scared of you. People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are. I told you it reminded me of you. They do soul. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Oh? Remember the nymphs from when we last spoke? I do. I met one at the art convention. She was selling little homemade trinkets. I remembered our conversation and got you this. I thought you might appreciate it. I do, thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart knowing it came from you. Oh, you're such a sweet talker, but you can't trick me into giving you my name. What would I want with names? Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, Innkeep. Can I click on the thing or just... No? Okay. See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. Uh... 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 Okay then. But yeah, good to see you again. It's been a while. Yes, a while. A while. 6,000 years. More like 2 months. Oh, I thought I had hibernated longer. You hibernated? At this time of year? It was for the Bloomtide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year during the Dreaming Moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos. You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once? Yes. Ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened, up within them, a mere 30 years ago, travellers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty. Such festivities sound exciting. No! They are loud! With their songs and their arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember that they swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp? It is a little rude. Exactly! You know, I tried to join them one time. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy, adorned with thorns of undying trees. And you know what they did? What? They chased me away with their fiery brooms, chanting, "Demon, be gone!" from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way, I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes. Maybe you should give them another chance. Maybe you should chase them out of your home. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs, only with the stories about their bone-crushing teeth. What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth? I think you might want to crush their bones with them. Ah, but that would be so Rude. They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Asteria. Those sound perfect for a festival. You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store. I'd definitely buy one. Yeah, but right now I'm awake and thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today? I'm all out, sorry. Speaking of thirsty, we are due for another ad break in a few minutes, so I'm going to run that on a BRB and put some ice in my water because my throat is getting tight. So, again, take this moment to stretch, grab a drink, start your dinner because it's getting late. Have whatever meds you need to do. Go to the toilet, stretch, and I will see you in a few minutes. And we are back. Hello. Okay. On the topic of vocal processor, there is a thing called voice mod that I need to check out, but to really make use of it, I think I'd need to subscribe to get the same regular voices on it. Otherwise, it's just whatever handful of half a dozen free voices are available that week. My problem isn't with... My biggest problem with these streams is I don't warm up beforehand. I don't warm up my voice. I barely talk at home. Is it a one-time payment? I don't know. I haven't properly looked into voice mod. That's what I gotta get around to doing that. But my problem is that I don't do vocal warm-ups. So, and I talk so very little in my day-to-day life that talking for anywhere more than 2 hours straight as my throat just goes, hey, excuse you, what the fuck are you doing? Your autistic ass isn't used to talking this much, this regularly. So that's my biggest issue in streaming is once I hit the 2 hour mark, I start hitting a wall. Because the talking non-stop not only takes it out of my throat, it takes it out of my energy reserves. So it's something I'm challenging myself and stretching, and it's a muscle I just need to keep stretching. Talking is overrated. Oh, yeah, there's some very fun stuff out there. Voice Mod is basically an app that does all the stuff those pedals do. Where you can just press a button and it gives you various types of voices, changes the pitches and the reverberation and all sorts of ridiculous shit. Because I already have enough junk on my desk. I don't have any more space. Too bad. Something else then. Oh, I know. Do you still have those drinks that make you feel like an itsy bitsy spider? I want to feel fast and dangly. In fact, I still do. Give me one moment. Fast and dangly. That's a new one. So, that? I know, Nami has used some great fucking voice-changing shit in the past. Ren, if the dangly is fast, was it really good? Bit of that. Got more. The way I want this bottle in real life, like, it's so fucking pretty. And then a bit of this. Boom. A spider's agility in a cup just for you. Oh, delicious. I feel like I could scale any spider web and devour any fly. Well, you got one right there buzzing, right there. You reckon you could catch that one? That'd be great. Thank you, innkeeper. What woke you up from your slumber, anyhow? The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I am replanting it into many small sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient. Sounds tasty. After the trees and winds and pillbugs calmed down, I had planned to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest. Heartburn? Loneliness. There's a plague of that, apparently. I thought I should get out there and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting, and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of me visiting them, they won't chase me off. So I went to where I knew people could use my services, the werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupons up on pieces of thin red string in the nearby canopies, together with some jolly little bells so that the wind would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime. I didn't know you opened a spa. It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud and pools with everybody, so we can all look beautiful together. That sounds wonderful, buyer. I agree. Buyer the Swamp Witch. Kin bog creature, age 555. Pronouns she, they, class druid. Background moon swamp. Alignment chaotic neutral arcana. The Lovers. Baya is an ancient swamp creature I've known for a long time. She is a very sweet soul, but other people tend to find her terrifying, even attacking her. They love spiders and opened a swamp spa a while ago. Sadly, she hasn't gotten a lot of visitors yet. Oh, what did I miss? Something here. Oh, we've done that. Okay. Can I leave some of my coupons here? Thank you. Please hand them out to all your customers. I will happily share this fantastic offer with them. Oh, it's adorable. You could also just come here more often and hand them out yourself. Ah, but there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. Do you want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest. No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier during the day, or earlier in the evening, or during events. But there will be people here. Yes, I believe that's the point. Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons. Will do. Fucking octopus. Act 2, Part 10, Twin Flames, 8th of the Astral Moon. Hello, Jade. Hey, innkeeper. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around. Whole week to be exact, and you already miss me. A little. Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over in Dyria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll bring back my usual speed and agility. I feel like this job drained me of all my energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. Alrighty. So basically, Swift Strike. Whole bunch of that. And a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. Da-ding. Let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my senses coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine, a deal's a deal. I told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently that Dawn Star fowl damaged their barn and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding Dyria at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few weeks. So local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. There seems to be words. Daria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if you're cattle. Few animals have not returned home in a while. That someone being you? Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known, for hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep. You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you. But you did it right. I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end, imagining having fought hundreds, if not thousands, of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against? That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was, trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep, she told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no... Clovers! Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But somehow, with your experience, someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper. Do you two know each other? Barely. Huh, keep your secrets then. Oh, so mysterious, innkeeper. I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends? I think you got that one wrong, Jade. I'd never befriend someone like them. I have taste. Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings. Consider me sorry, Innkeep. Apology accepted. Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh? Indeed. I think I got the hang of it. Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all weak and wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak. I'm sorry, if you're my rival, was it really the sheep that made you weak? Or was it the starfall? Got you. Let's see what that old magic has to offer. Don't worry, they might not look it, but their drinks are actually really good. I bet. I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Oh. Sorry, folks, my headphones are just squishing my ears in uncomfortable ways. And it's driving me mental. Fighting the urge to yeet them. Alright. Not Swift Strike, that's for sure. I think she wants a southern fucking brawler. Or a sailor's courage, because she is a fishfolk. We got the nebula on that page. Ghastly! Ghastly! And to type, Kit. Oh, nope. There we go. Alright. 3 and 3. Let's give her a sailor's courage. Although, I think that one needs an infusion. See what infusions we've got. What do we need? Alright, chili, I think. And then... da-ding. Some of this. No, I don't want a southern brawler. Oh, I overdid that. Okay. A little bit more of that again. Oh, that's too far. Okay, and then some of this. Sailor's courage. There we go. Oh, wow! Impressed? Don't get cocky now. You don't have to be shy, you can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade told me you're retired now, had enough of the adventuring business? Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes. And yet you decided to help Jade. Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep? Not yet. Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. But this was a one-time exception. Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm a maida. I don't have any use for stones like those. And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches. So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Oh, divine gems, a little blasphemous indeed. Citron. This rare gemstone can only be found in the well-hidden eastern parts of the Forbidden Valley. Citron is said to be favoured by the dragons due to its incredible divine properties. Blessed with the divine magic of the dragons, adventurers will have a much better chance fighting the undead or any other unholy creatures, or any creatures really. Una Ndai. Kin Finfolk. Age 68. Pronouns she, her. Class Arcane Engineer. Background Astral Sea. Alignment Neutral Good. Arcana the Empress. I think I know just the right way to use them, thank you. Don't mention it. Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Didn't get this hook put on for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades. I've been rivals with Una long before the story even began. She was an adventurer back then, but is retired now. Even put a crochet hook onto the stump of her arm. But there are things about her that'll never change. I'm pretty sure she'll never stop stacking that deck, for example. That's remarkable. Or impossible, for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade. Are you challenging me to a duel? Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks. That's the spirit! I like you, bounty hunter. But don't come crying to me after I annihilate you. You wish. You're worried about me? Cute. I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed. So you're saying you've lost against her? More than once, yes. Pathetic. Hey, are you talking about me? Listen, Innkeep. If your opponent is obviously cheating like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it. Oh boy. Oh, he's adorable! G'day! I have returned, Innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. And welcome... This brave adventurer's name is Claymore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. Why are all women hot? Because this is a very gay game. I am happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world? Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. I just got an achievement called Gently Giant. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is alright with me. Otherwise that sounds so formal. Like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, dear? Hold on, gotta turn the lights on, it's getting dark. I think I would welcome it as well. Then what can I get you? Clay, please go ahead. Oh my, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with ingredients? What are these? Oh, he's the Australian Kronk. You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? I'm sorry, why is his skull doing that? I'm sorry, I'm mesmerized by the chattering skull. Please hold. I think it's trying to talk to us. Is that Morse code, buddy? Oh, I think it is. Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're saying. That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. Talking mustache and a Morse code talking fucking skull. Alrighty. Something for his muscle. And a beer to date. And a beer to date. Budding. Try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y. But my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you! Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. All right, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. It's a full bar tonight. All right, something for her vigilance. Shit, can I have some too? Frozen lake, first snow makes you feel embracing me with the prime. Plunge something like quit to hike in snowy mountains. Frosted Lagoon. Think we're gonna go with the Frosted Lagoon. And then a little bit of deep. And then a little bit of deep. Dudding. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something a little less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please, go ahead. You think I should start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia Temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze. Ah, yes, that was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Hang on a sec. Map. I guess it kind of is. Kelpie Island or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in the tree? Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Common misconception. It sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around the settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation. I'm sorry, did we just talk about hanging up acorns and a C dot appears? PCG, are you listening? Is that... PCG, you're starting to creep me out a little. They told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. Seems like an understatement. Majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure. Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It is a necessity of dire circumstances. I had fun. That makes 2 of us. It certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. For the humpback whale, I suppose? What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design. Right, sorry, slipped my mind. You are forgiven. I feel like the balance is... okay. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request. That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she? I did, actually. Pairing dragonhead, tritons, and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I hadn't managed to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings. I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with more color. You weren't wrong, in a way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual. Singed Tia's hands, too. Oh, big softy! Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities. Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or your very own ritual, Clay? I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling, floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells. Do you encounter these creatures a lot? I try to. They're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessing rest upon him. Oh, I think she has a crush on Clay. Thank you. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I mean to hurt them. Aww. I hate when that happens. Protect this man at all costs. You mean they just disappear like they were never there? Yes, like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the astral sea. I feel like they would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Astrian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It just beckoned them home, through a celestial hug of sorts. So that means I could visit them in the astral sea? That would be an incredible undertaking. Travelling between planes is quite hazardous. Oh, enjoy dinner, Jerish. It is, but echoes are from Primordial Sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow. They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once, but for a long time it has been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. And accessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either. They told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes. So the portals have always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there? Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendships with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. Oh, they're adorable. So I summoned it, the ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. The himbo and his dom. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was grey, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster, but a friend. So he's our fantasy Steve Irwin, basically. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay? Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're scared, you get angry, when you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show it that I didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but then it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hands against its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did whatever I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure of its disease. He kissed it on the forehead, and the ice burned away, freeing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. Tia's support was very helpful. I'd hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. A creature on 2 legs? A humanoid, then. We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white colour and that it tasted horrible. But it thought, I have a strong digestive thing. It's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad at destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Amen. Tia, do you ever get angry? No, I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. Where I come from, they call that repression. You forgot divinity. Thank you, I did. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out. The potent frostbite I mentioned. It seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder, until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star. A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones in the night sky had to offer. The East Star. It ate Pharos, the guiding star of the endless sea? It did. And it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. So that's why the star fall. I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened. But it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe. It was hurt and scared. It should have endured instead of hurting others. It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. Indeed, I don't want to imagine the additional chaos it could have caused. I don't care about could-haves. I just care that we were able to help. Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn that whale must forever live, with its guilt nestled in its stomach. You're right, some things are forever changed now. It's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead you to light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this travelling souvenir shop. I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. That's very nice of you. Right, Tia? They're a hazard for fights and could get caught in things. Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious. What is it? Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic. The shopkeeper told us a little about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun humpback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So, aren't you glad Clay was there to help Luke? Aren't you glad Tia was there to help you? Aren't you glad Clay was there? I suppose I am. You really are? You're surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it. I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people. Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up. Will do. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale, you found out why the stars fell, you even made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this. An angry humanoid figure. And that is who exactly? Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper. We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before. Don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here. I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened. And now that it's over, there go my chances of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower. You should not wish to witness such horrors. Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did at one time or another. but I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back to balance. Everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it. Just pick up a quest if it worries you and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me. Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure. And, even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end. And that someone is going to be me. Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry. Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one? You got it! Oh, burpees. Okay. What did I use for this again? I think it was a chili, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, we need to be at the point there, and... and then we need a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavour. Good or bad, depends on the day. I find your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Luke, how you doing? I forgot that was your entrance sound. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me. No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions. I hope your day wasn't too hard today, Luke. I apologize on her behalf. It's fine. Tia, are you dying? No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical. It wasn't. Oh dear. Well, get comfy, get relaxed. Enjoy a little Tavern Talk. And I know just who we're going to raid after this too. Nice chill art string. I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice and at least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. With age, all I got was the receding highlight. The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. What? Oh, fucking hell, Rin Savage! Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbour the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something. Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives. Is that a book club? An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives. The Gaian one, to be specific. I can do the words! Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even Twat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But then they fell into an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. Archivists, you say? We know one of those. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive? No, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. We know a librarian too. Disappointing. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. The Maiden archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The guy in Everbloom could hide answers no one is quite ready for. Of course, I can do that. Hang on a sec. Who's updated info? Clay! Clay Moore. Kin, Giant Earth Echo. Age 31. Pronouns he, him. Class Barbarian. Background Highlands. Alignment Neutral Good. Arcana Strength. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take that terrible task off your hands then. Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of all this, right? I could do with a little more time. I also have a manuscript to proofread. Nonsense, we don't have many more time. I need your full commitment on this, Innkeeper. This is very short notice, as are disasters typically. Hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning. Demanding, isn't she? I think you were right about the dom bit, Ren. Okay. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Una was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine, I'll take one or two, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time. Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looks like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Abso-fucking-lutely, buddy. I'll bring some tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? Oh, he asks about allergies. What an absolutely thoughtful little guy. No, thank you, Clay. Anytime, then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. Oh, I like him. I like him. I'll take some of those coupons too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped, thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Oh my god.
You look like somebody I can relate
Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry? No. No, I do not. Me neither. But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Lana, how you doing, honey? Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. At least they're not scared of you. Oh, are people scared of you? I missed you too. I hope you're doing okay. It's super late for you. Shouldn't you be in bed? Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. No comment. Another all-nighter, huh? I'm doing all right. Surviving, going through some shit. Possibly have on the witchy front. Possibly have another deity reaching out to me, which is fun. So I spent last night talking to them. It's 4 a.m. So yes, another all-nighter. The children will be up soon. Oh, do tell, Lana, do tell. As much as you're willing, of course. Oh, where are the kids? Are they... Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is. Oh. Damn. Sorry, folks, not going to BLB this time. So you'll have to bear with me. Ad break starts in about 20 seconds. I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself too. Go to bed. Oh, Mama Rin's out. Clay is a sweet and gentle half-giant. He loves animals and can communicate with them, a skill no one should underestimate. He believes in the good in people and is exceptionally empathetic. On the other hand, he is also very strong and a remarkable fighter. Can't tell me what to do. Oh no. Lana's feeling bratty. Thank you, Clay. Me too. Ah, Archivist. We were just thinking of you. Top of the evening to ya. Welcome to my tavern. Good girls need their sleep. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances. With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way, a speaking skeleton? Haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade. Oh, Lana, thanks for subbing. We're one step closer to actually getting a payout this month. Ah, a fellow mater, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade. Okay. The talking muff. Oh, Christ. You've certainly made a go of trying to kill me this month, Ren. Jade, that's a beautiful necklace you have there. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? I'm not much for the beach, but it is a nice feeling to have the waves between your toes. But all that sand, I just can't. I'll stick to my forest. As far as I'm aware, Maida last names reference their bones, no? Correct, but I cannot remember what my poor bones are made out of. Death has left quite a lot of gaps in this head of mine. Oh, Rin is ocean and sun all the way. I am darkness and rainforest. She's the yin to my yang. Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Hard to say without a thorough analysis, though. Ooh, pretty rock! I mean, feel free to pop the pretty rock in there. Alabaster? That does sound familiar. Like an old name, perhaps? I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you, Jade. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have more detailed information. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones? That is true. I haven't seen another Maida since... well, since I woke up, so anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. And asked if he was one of my days... See, it's a match already. Would be a shame if the two of you were to become friends. I mean, that's a pretty big sign. That's man doesn't do things in halves, does he? Well, you're gonna have to spend a lot more time at the ocean then. Anyway, see ya! That was quick. Indeed. I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. Oh, you again. Good mythical morning! It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still... morning somewhere, I know. You got it! But today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're going to celebrate my sister. And greetings, everyone. Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully. Jade. You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know, she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not roast. Though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside, Hexagon. If you insist, a fireless party it is, then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? Fuck, I can't even remember the you can just pop pop it in general. It's a very quiet Discord. My wonderful, talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown selenite witch. It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats. I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet, thank you. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink in the house to celebrate your graduation? Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, Innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. Alright, something for her wits. Wits, 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 wits. Brain go brr. Sparkling Nebula. Okay. Pick posted. Why does it look like a brain? Looks like a little dimply brain. The one on the right. Okay. Alright, what do we need? Lots of brain power. Because I have none. Oh. Oh, we might need an infusion to make this, do we? No, we should be enough. I've forgotten how to mix drinks. There we go. Bryn, I have no idea. I have a single cell. My, this is delightful. Say, Innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Gully, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days. At your service. Ooh, video of the blue whale? Are you kidding me? Holy shit, that's so close too. Oh, that is some beautiful water. Oh, that is, I am so jealous. I am so very jealous. That is beautiful. I imagine you just wanted to jump in. Alright, charm, 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 charm. Maybe Thousand Winds? Or Sunny Breeze? Sunny Breeze will melt your tensions, blow away stresses, charm, focus, and reflexes. Sunny Breeze. Elemental medicine, airy swirls, perfect. Yep. Sunny Breeze. Alright, so we need a bunch of that. And then some of that. Wait, did that not work? Oh, because I need... Oh, shit. I need to put an infusion in, don't I? There you go, Andrew. Eat up. Alright, so what infusion do I need? Maybe honey flower? Thunder Sage. Fey Crystal. Fey Crystal. Should do it. Right. And then... There we go. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman. Oh. What a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing? Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need... You and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once. Ah, all that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. Fucking called it! Fucking called it! Knew it! I'll have to watch that second video after. I want to get through this day. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber. I've read a lot about the archivist. I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously they're all dead. Alright, Byron! All of them? Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge. It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Grace Hex, half-elf, age 42, pronouns she/her, class wizard, background zenith, alignment neutral good, arcana, the Hierophant. Scully! Skeleton from the Everbloom Archive. Scully is a mater and a personification of a gentleman. Before his death, he was an archivist in the Everbloom Archives. He cared for and archived all kinds of knowledge and history of this world. Mater have surnames matching the gemstone their bones are made of. He remembers the word alabaster. Considering the colour of his skeleton, it would certainly be a match. Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe you just need to think of environment. Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I might even have woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steppes or a poisonous lake.
There goes his mustache again.
The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it was yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Maiden archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course you have to protect that knowledge. Would be a shame if someone... Anyways... I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like Gravelmac. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice, on this plane at least. Or else I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But I think about all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the Gravelmac anyway. Oh, and you would? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade already. She's surprisingly good with animals and even has a little turtle accompanying her. I love her little turtle. Only two-headed sheep are giving her a hard time somehow. But through her travels, she's learned how to handle all sorts of people and how to win against them at cards, fair and square, or not fair at all. Alrighty, and we got a little more. The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the Gravelmac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. So those two go together. Thank you for your reluctant service. What a lovely young lady. She would have been made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure she just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of that. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements. And getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant. It's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality. Scully's and my point still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely. You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late. A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you. Grace is a Selenite witch who just successfully defended her wizard's PhD thesis. She's calm and gentle and seems a bit tired of her brother's chaotic experiments. Her older brother's experiments. Even though he is shorter than her and looks younger, Grace is actually the younger sibling. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will, theopractically. New quest, let's go. Everbloom, Everbloom. What else? Riverbanks, Mary Morgan. Unsafe. Undead seem to be haunting. Raiders of the Lost Archives. The Lost Maiden Everbloom Archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the Gravelmac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers tried to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish, bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. All right, on that note, we have... How very cheeky of her, I forgot. We have two options for raids. Would we love art or vampire therapist thirst? Alright, let's just save this. Alright, so that is our last stream for the week. We will be having a movie night for those on the the Monarch tier and above. 6:30 p.m. we'll be watching Fern Gully. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And then we will be playing more Witcher 3 on Sunday. You can keep up to date with the movie and streams in Discord. But until then, we're going to send some love to a friend. Make sure you take a raid message with you. My brain is melting out my ears. I can't even finish this properly. While I work out if we're raiding for art or for thirst. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for coming. I love and appreciate every single one of you. It's been a wonderful stream. And I can't wait to continue this. When we're finished with either one of Monday or Tuesday's games, we will be playing Vampire Therapist, which features the wonderful voice of Matt Mercer. Very thirsty visual novel game. We play a sexy vampire therapist. And yeah, we will be continuing our long-ass playthrough of The Witcher 3 on Sunday, which, my god, we've probably got another 100 hours at least. But we will get there. And we will continue Times in Galaxy on Monday, and more Tavern Talk on Tuesday. Until either Friday or Sunday, depending on whether you're a Monarch patron or not. I will see you soon.
The mind of man rests on a delicate balance between reality